Hello, and welcome back to our Rule the Waves 3 playthrough of Italy starting in 1890, Mare Nostrum. We're at war. We're at war with Austria. And for once, they're uh, they're on their own. They're all alone out there, and they're actually building up tension with Spain. I don't remember where it was when I looked last time, but it's probably somewhere around there because NPCs don't generally tend to pick a fight with someone who's already at war. Unless it's me, then they'll pick a fight with me when I'm at war. But enough whining and complaining. Let's check our ships under construction queue here. Looking pretty decent. Mostly it's rebuilds. But we do have a couple of these kite class carriers that are being built with a 90 aircraft on them. I would also, since we have a nice little monthly balance surplus here, we're going to start working on the docks. So hopefully by the end of the war, we'll be able to build some companions for the kite class, like some couple of jet-capable buddies, some 90 aircraft aircraft carriers there. And we are apparently blockaded, but I think one good fight will settle that probably. Anywho, let's save the game. Let's make a backup and go to the turn. Light forces. See what we got here. One light cruiser and some destroyers. That is something we're kind of lacking here. Is light. We'll do attack ships. Light cruisers. We're hurting for light cruisers. And it's not like our USA playthrough where I could build, like 9 of them at a time and just have everything I could possibly want. We are a little bit restricted on what we can do. Budget and all that. So let's go to line ahead. Turn off the torpedoes. Turn off the torpedoes. Do the same back here. And depending on what we run into here, we might just do a torpedo launch because I don't expect our light cruiser is going to do a whole lot against whatever they may have here. Of course, they very well could just be a bunch of destroyers. That's probably destroyers. We're just getting hints of them. But let's fire off some torpedoes. Go for the one in the back, and then mix it up a bit. Then we're going to turn away and get the Piedmont involved. Well, that was a good salvo. We just didn't hit anything. Probably destroyers. That's a pretty good sign that you're fighting destroyers when they just matrix dodge all your torps. We very well could be getting torpedoed now, so we're going to turn our light cruiser north. And let's fire off another salvo of torpedoes. Bada bing. Bada boom. Okay, the Piedmont should be doing okay if there's really are a bunch of destroyers. I don't know, it's hard to say. Hey, we hit one with a torpedo. If they are destroyers, that's really going to hurt. Let's turn the Piedmont. And we're just hoping to score some hits and finish off whatever we happen to be fighting here. If they are destroyers, we should be really putting a hurting on some of them. Alright, we have reloads. We have a couple reloads. So we're going to go for that one. And, oops, hate that. And that one. Then we're going to turn. Be evasive. Hey, we hit some torpedoes. That's probably destroyers if they capsized like that. Even though they did allegedly get hit by a couple of... Well, we can chase that one down, right? Allegedly got hit by a couple of torpedoes. I can tell you from experience that destroyers are not meant. Medium guns. You know, this might be a heavy cruiser up here. I don't know. Boy, we're getting pounded. Alright, let's fire our torpedoes and get out of here. Alright, we're gonna retreat back to Ancona. We're gonna chase this down, whatever this happens to be. It might be on fire. Fire torpedoes. Oh, we got unidentified ships to the north. That might be the cruisers? I don't know. If this is a destroyer, it really should be near to sinking at this point. But we're gonna go with our rearmost destroyer, whose torpedoes aren't ready or something's wrong with them. And there we go. Alright, let's try to get out of here. We'll take this. I think we sunk at least 2. We're not going to detach because the fight's over. Alright. We sank 2 destroyers. There was a light cruiser on the field. We were getting hit by medium guns. So I just want to look at our ship details here real quick. Log entries. So I guess they're just like 6-inch guns or something on these things. They are 6-inch guns. So that explains the medium. Man, they hit hard. Alright, let's get out of there. We stole the U.S. carrier, the Pensacola blueprints. Let's take a look and see. Oh my goodness. 116 aircraft, 60,000 tons, and it's jet capable. That is a scurry aircraft right there. Or a scurry aircraft carrier right there. Not a lot of AA on it. Well, it has 16 3-inch guns. That's actually quite a bit. Okay, that is definitely a problem. All right, we're at to upgrade all of our ships with the enhanced sonar. Something to remember. Okie dokie. All right, we lost a corvette. Man, if we're blockaded, how are we losing so many merchants? Well, I guess we're not blockaded anymore. And France got mad at us. Why? What's going on with France here? They don't like us controlling Corsica. Well, too bad, man. Won't you mind your own business? Get out of here. Enough. Is there anything we can invade? No. They gave up roads. Like, would have been a good time to go to war with them is when they controlled roads. Oh well. Alright, well, keep on going, I suppose. Let's see. Light action. Just destroyers this time. Okay. Well. Just going until we hit contact. If we hit, there it is. I was going to say if we hit contact, but we did. Don't know. They're going right for our minefield. Let's fire off a salvo. I don't like firing at nose-in ships very much because number one, they can comb the torpedoes, but also like any kind of turn takes them out of the torpedo spread. Okay. Man, what is with my follow-up destroyers here not being ready to fire off some torpedoes? There we go. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna... Man, this is really buggy right now. Alright, I think we damaged one of them. It fell back in their battle line. What if we turn slightly like this? Fire torpedoes. So 1, 2, and 3. That's a nice spread. There we go. And go. And they do have the advantage of numbers here. Wow, we totally missed. Okay. Uh-oh. Well, time to retreat, I suppose. We're going to go up to Spalato? I don't know. All these uh, Adriatic ports I have to try to figure out how to pronounce. Alright, well, we killed at least one destroyer. We might lose one of our own due to flooding. We are being chased, but we're in no condition to go back there. So we're just going to say no. Don't want to lose any of our destroyers. We have a lot of aircraft, land-based stuff. Well, we might end up sinking something else. I don't know. They're probably attacking the ship we already crippled, but I mean, I guess it's insurance. But I feel like if we already hit it with a torpedo, it's doomed to sink at this rate. Okay. Hit one with a missile. Okay. Hit allegedly a light cruiser with a missile. That doesn't sound right, but I mean, I guess it is a light forces battle. There could very well be cruisers in here. Rockets are hitting. This could be the first light forces battle we've ever had where land-based, well, first battle we've ever had where land-based aircraft do more damage than our ships did. Okay. Keep on going. Just waiting on the battle to resolve here. This is what I worried about when we were fighting against France, was fighting near all of their air bases and just getting absolutely swarmed during a fleet battle when we have our CVs and our battleships with all the heavy AA and stuff. It's not as bad, but if you're out here with light forces like cruisers and destroyers, you can't fight back. Dang, we sank all 4 of their destroyers. Excellent. We scored 5 missile hits. Excellent. Alrighty. We'll take a prestige point. Thank you very much. Keep on going. Gradual improvement of armor quality. Alright, lots of destroyer action, or lots of destroyer versus submarine action going on. And then in the Russia versus Japan battle, Russia loses 2 heavy cruisers and a light cruiser for no losses on the Japanese side. Pretty sweet. We're still losing 13 merchants at a time. Okay. I don't know. Maybe we'll put a few of these destroyers on trade protection. Our unrest is still low, however, so we're okay in that department at least. And the almanac says that Austria has 45 destroyers left, so that's not quite the dent that I hoped we put into them. 54 submarines. Okie dokie. Let's take some of these anti-submarine off of trade protection and put them on active, so maybe they'll go out there and seek out and destroy some enemy submarines. Cruiser battle. All right, we get some battleships in here. Okay, cool. I'll take it. With our mighty 16-inch guns, I fear nothing. I'm willing to fight anything. All right, so we have control. I'm gonna put our light cruisers on support, and we will throw these destroyers on screen. We'll put these ones into line ahead and send them out there to do some scouting for us. Just need to find the enemy. There we go, there's some reports. Sea state limit speed. Alright, there's a contact. One of them appears to be kind of dead in the water. Maybe they hit a mine? We don't have any mines out here. Maybe they hit a mine back there or something. Well, either way. Not sure why it's dead in the water, but we'll take it. There's the real target out there, I think. Oh, it might have gotten torpedoed. We have a submarine right there. How funny is that? How cool would that be? It is apparently a battleship. We just need to catch them. We don't want to get torpedoed by this stupid little destroyer here. So we are maneuvering. We're very, very close to them. I don't like it. Do not like. And of course our aircraft are going to bomb the heck out of this destroyer. And allegedly we're scoring some missile hits up there on that battleship. It might slow them down a bit, but unlikely. I don't think these early missiles are going to do a lot of damage to a battleship. Just start knocking away at the superstructure and maybe start a fire if we're lucky. Because I don't think we turned on diving missiles. Just trying to catch up. We can turn off all of these extra reports because we know what we're about here. Okay. Nice. Get the escorts out of the way. Looks like that thing is gone. Nope, still alive. Alright, he turned around. Don't know if he took a rudder hit or what happened there, but now it's time to bring our guns into play. Okay, possible submarine over here in this area. So let's continue west with our battleships. And boy, we are lighting them up with the 16-inch guns. Yes. Well, I think that's the end of this battleship. I think this is the... Don't they only have one battleship? Okay. Well, we lost a submarine there. Cool. Very cool. So we scored a torpedo hit on this one here. Who fired it? Hey, it was our submarine, and the submarine... We traded a submarine for a destroyer. Not sure how I feel about that, but, you know. Dang, this thing had 17-inch guns? Golly. Well, he dead now. That's a big loss for Austria. Okay, the enemy currently has an edge in electronic warfare. We're still losing a bunch of merchants. Okay. Let's check out the almanac here. Oh yeah, Austria's. They've been stripped of battleships and battle cruisers. Now we just need one good carrier battle and it's all over. All right. 25 minutes in. Not too bad. Kind of breezing through these small engagements, not doing too shabby. We're holding everything together so far. We're at 0 unrest. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. But I appreciate y'all for being here, and I will see you next time.